Hello everybody, it's Frosty the Songman. It's been a while since I've made a music review video. I apologize for that. I had like 3 weeks off in a hotel room, so I did a lot of songwriting. So if you notice I put a bunch of demos up on this channel. I might take them off, but I don't know. At least it was something. I was making content. And then I've been working the last, a lot of months, just working really hard. I haven't had much time. So I'm finally getting around to make a video today. This one is, well, one day about 3 years ago, or maybe more actually, I just woke up. It was in the morning. I was getting ready to go to work or something, and I set the alarm to music. And this band came on that woke me up, and it was just like such a cool song. I hadn't heard it before. But I immediately grabbed a pen and a piece of paper, and I just ready, hoping the announcer said it at the end of the song, and he did. And it was this band, First Aid Kit. This is a Swedish band. They formed right outside of Stockholm, Sweden. And I'll be reviewing The Lion's Roar, because the song I heard was off this album, The Lion's Roar. And the record company kind of gave them free rein to do their own artwork, and you can kind of tell it's not very commercial. You know, it almost looks like something out of 1968, like they just took big doses of acid or dancing to All Yorn. Anyway, it's a cool setup. It's a cool earthy type artwork. All right, First Aid Kit. And the song that came on was, I'll play it at the end of this video, Blue. It's just got a really cool beat, and it's got a glockenspiel in the background, and it just works so well. So I bought the album shortly after I heard that song, and it's a duo of two sisters, and they came from outside of Stockholm, Sweden, and the sisters are named Klara and Johanna Söderberg. And Klara sings and plays guitar, and Johanna sings, plays keyboards, and auto harp, and bass guitar. And when they play live, they're accompanied by a full band, like bass and pedal steel and a drummer. Actually, I said bass. Johanna might play bass live, I think, actually. So, yeah, when they're just making videos for the internet, sometimes you just see them as a duo, but when they go tour live, they have a full band. And they actually got on people's radar by doing a cover of the Fleet Foxes song, Tiger Mountain Peasant Song. They put up the video in 2008, and it was just them in the woods, I guess, in Sweden. And they just, very, very low-tech camera, press record, and they sing this song, and their voices blended very, very well. And you could tell they had some talent. So that video actually got 5.6 million views, if you can believe that. Just two girls in the woods singing a simple song. They have released 4 albums, 4 EPs, and some singles. The sisters were born in the early 1990s. Their father was actually a member of the Swedish pop rock band Lolita Pop. And hopefully that doesn't have anything to do with the Lolita Express that Epstein and Bill Clinton flew on. The father had quit before the girls were born. He probably wanted to focus on fatherhood and get out of the pop music scene. And he actually became a teacher of history and religion. The father did. And the mother was a teacher of cinematography. So two teachers as parents. Klara and Johanna, as kids, used to use a jump rope and pretend to sing in it. They gave concerts for their family and their friends. Klara used to sing Judy Garland songs from The Wizard of Oz. She also liked to sing Billie Holiday songs. I have written down in my notes Gloomy Sunday, but it's Gloomy Monday, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gloomy Monday. I wrote it down wrong. Although she didn't understand a lot of the words that were in the songs because, English wasn't her native language. She still loved the sound of it and loved emulating Billie Holiday. In 2005, when Klara was 12, a friend introduced her to the band Bright Eyes, and she dug the country vibe to the band, and it really led her to discover a lot of other authentic country acts and country rock acts. They really opened a new world to her. So she was checking out Johnny Cash. My kid's making noise upstairs. Johnny Cash, the Carter Family, the Louvin Brothers, Townes Van Zandt, Graham Parsons, and Emmylou Harris. And all of those bands I love. So she was on the right track with that stuff. The same year she was turning on to Bright Eyes, she received a guitar for Christmas. So it was just perfect timing. So she really started to get serious about songwriting at that point and learning how to play the guitar. Johanna was more into pop music like Britney Spears, techno music, but she watched the film Brother, Where Art Thou with her sister, and that inspired her to sing the song Down in the River to Pray. And when they did the song together, the result was so good, they both noticed that, hey, we got something here. So after they sang that song Down in the River to Pray and realized how good the result was, they started singing together more. Klara came up with the name of the band First Aid Kit when she was looking through a dictionary at age 13. And I don't think she randomly picked it. I think she kind of liked the therapeutic healing message about it. Like that's what their music did to people. Their father confessed one time in a Swedish radio program that he was astonished and actually a little jealous at the ease at which his daughters produced top-notch music. I'd probably be a little jealous too. It's really good stuff. 2007, the sisters started to upload some of their own homemade music to MySpace. They sent a demo of the song Tangerine, which was an original, to Swedish radio, and they immediately put it on the air. And it was called one of the best songs of the summer of 2007. Man, I wish American radio was still like that, where you could send a demo or send a song and they'd play it on the radio. Now everything is so freaking corporate. I guess college radio stations can still do that. But their father took a leave of absence from work and accompanied the girls on tour. Seems like I skipped something. Yeah, I did. Okay, sorry. All right, so Tangerine being played on the radio, this led to requests for live performances and offers from record companies. I guess, people just automatically noticed there was something there. Klara was 14 years old and still in school, so they could only perform on the weekends at that time. They decided to sign with Rabid Records on the condition that they would have full control over their music and over their music and the album artwork. So that's where they came up with the 60s LSD cover, I guess. All right, in 2008, I like it. I mean, it's cool. In 2008, they released the EP Drunken Trees, and the EP was produced by their father, and they also appeared on Swedish TV for the first time that year. After the popularity of the cover of the Fleet Fox song, they uploaded to YouTube, which I mentioned earlier. They got signed to Wichita Records at the end of 2008. Due to international touring, Johanna quit high school in the fall of 2008, and Klara never even started high school. And their father took a leave of absence from work and accompanied them on tour. They released their first album in 2010, which was again produced by their father. They started making important contacts at the Austin City Limits Festival and even went to Jack White's studio to record some cover songs after they talked a while with him at the festival. In 2012, they released their second album called The Lion's Roar. And this is the one I'm talking about. It was produced by Mike Mogus, who runs Presto Recording Studios in Omaha, Nebraska. And that's where they recorded this. He plays many of the instruments on this album, and his contributions to the Lion's Roar album is very valuable. He actually played pedal steel on the album, which is very, very impressive. He's a very tasteful pedal steel player. The album debuted at #1 in Sweden and number 35 in the UK. They have released several albums after this, but I'm going to concentrate on this one. Some of their other albums have been Stay Gold in 2014 and Ruins in 2018. The Lion's Roar was released on January 18th, 2012. It was recorded in Omaha, like I said, and released on the Red Eye music label in the US. Rolling Stone named the song Emmylou the 10th best song of 2012. At the 2013 annual Grammy Awards, the album won 3 awards, including Album of the Year. And a little anecdote, I saw them playing Emmylou in front of Emmylou, like in front of Emmylou Harris, and they played the song, and she was actually so moved by it, Emmylou started actually tearing up. It was so beautiful, and it really affected her. And it affected me too. I mean, when they were on stage singing that, knowing Emmylou Harris was in the audience listening, it kind of gives you chills up your spine. All right, so this is the song I woke up to that morning a few years ago. This is called Blue.
Train, you seem to stare out at the rain or bury yourself in your book. Don't look at no strangers, no, don't give them any looks. Will you ask yourself why you're so afraid? Why you hesitate when someone asks your name? But they'll come too close if you tell them the truth.
Good song to wake up to, right?
You're just a shell of your former you. That stranger in the mirror. Ah, that's you. But you look so blue.
Really cool beat to it. All right, this is Emmylou. Let me get to Emmylou. Mike Mogus playing pedal steel. So I think you'll agree it's a very, very nice song. All right, so I really, really recommend this. First Aid Kit, The Lion's Roar. Very beautiful album. There's a lot of other good songs on here too, like In the Hearts of Men, The Lion's Roar is good. This Old Routine is great. So yeah, a lot of great songs. So Frosty the Songman signing out. Red Radio Reviews.